Hello, it's your favorite sports Unc here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're going to make Ocho cry. Jerry says the Cowboys are going all in. Jerry says he has no interest in a rebuild. We're going all in. I would say that you'll see us this coming year not build for the future. When have they built for the future? But anyway, Jerry says Dak has done nothing to change his mind. Now, he did say he believes Dak is going to take the Cowboys as far as they're going to go. And he took them as far as they could go. I don't know if you took that as a compliment because I didn't. Man, you know Nightcap is only going to go as far as Ocho take us. We got 50,000 subs.
Right.
That's as far as Ocho could get us. I don't think you're going to take 2 calories of that, Ocho. Stephen Jones.
You know, Jerry Jones, listen, I told you before, and this is the problem. This is the problem with the Cowboys. This is probably why they always have an early exit, because there's a certain individual that is constantly putting it ain't even football season, they making headlines. It's not even football season. He's always front and center in front of the camera and hasn't played a down, hasn't thrown a pass, hadn't caught a touchdown. We know you're the owner. You can't even get out your own way so your team can do what they need to do. You don't have to always gravitate towards the attention. We know you own the Cowboys. Why put the pressure on McCarthy? Why even mention anything about Dak in a negative manner or put it out there where it's confusing to where nobody even understands what you're saying? How do you think your quarterback feels? How do you think your quarterback feels when he can't even figure out the cryptic message that you said?
He likes that. Stephen Jones said the Cowboys won't be trusted until they win like Mahomes and Brady. Really, bro?
Why?
Y'all don't have a Mahomes or Brady. Dak is a good, but he ain't Mahomes. Y'all never had a Mahomes or Brady.
Why even take shots at your own quarterback by mentioning two other
all-time greats? You're talking about 2 all-time greats. One is still playing and the other is retired, but he's a transcendent.
How do you think that makes Dak feel? That's like me dating Rail, right? And I get on Nightcap and say, well, damn.
She ain't like the other one I had.
And if she ain't like so-and-so, I use, who date, whatchamacallit. Like, what are we doing? What message are you trying to send? If you don't believe in Dak, come out and say it. You don't need to take backhanded compliments. That's what that is.
That's it.
It's a backhanded compliment, man. Come on, stop playing games. How do you think your quarterback feels? No other team does that quarterback like this. The mistreatment of Dak is at an all-time high, and not one motherfucker has come to his defense.
But you know how Jerry thinks. Jerry thinks that if I pay you a lot of money, I should be able to say what I want to say, and you suck it up. And a lot of people will co-sign that. Oh, because you remember now, Ocho, man, if I was making 15 million, you could say whatever you want to say about me, or you could do whatever you want to do about me. But it's easy to say that. Put it in the terms of what you make. Your boss paid whatever you make. Are you gonna allow your boss to say whatever he said? Well, hell, anybody will do that. If I make 100,000 and somebody's gonna pay me 40 million, but you got to do it in the terms of which you making your money now. Would you allow your boss to say whatever he wanted to say, treat you however he wanted to treat you on the salary that you're on? Because you don't work a job that commands that you make 40 million or 30 million or 10 million. So for you to say, he could say whatever he wants to say, you don't say. But when I look at it, Jerry also says he has no doubt he could work with Bill Belichick in the future. So let me get
no. He cannot.
You couldn't continue work with Jimmy, who won back-to-back Super Bowls, but you're going to take a guy that's the greatest coach in NFL history, but you're going to be able to work with him. Take up.
Absolutely not, because if you're working with Bill Belichick, you're going to have to take a back seat, continuing to make the noise that you make, continuously putting pressure on the players, putting pressure on the coaching staff and the head coach is not something Bill Belichick is going to sign up for. It's not him. It's never been his motto. It's not his forte, nor will he enjoy and entertain the circus that comes with playing under the umbrella of the Dallas Cowboys and Jerry Jones. It's not happening. That was cardinal rule number one, part of being the Patriot way and playing in that organization. One of Bill's rules were, one, do your job and don't say shit in the goddamn media. Do your job and don't say anything in the media. That's it. Nothing else. You think he's going to go over? Why even say that and Mike McCarthy is there? Why even mention that and Mike McCarthy is still your head coach? Why? To grab headlines. Again, I say it again. Jerry Jones is the common denominator. The pieces to the team on defense and offense have constantly changed the past 25 years since the 90s. They haven't won since Jimmy Johnson left.
They won with Barry Switzer. Barry Switzer won in 95. Jimmy left in 94. They lost to the 49ers in the NFC Championship game. They came back the following year, 95. They won, but hadn't won the Super Bowl, hadn't advanced to the NFC Championship game.
But since that point, however many years it's been, there's been one common denominator, and that's Jerry, who refuses to get out the way, to get out his own way. Pride, ego, karma, maybe, whatever it might be. You at some point, he has to see it. The people around him that are feeding off of him, you have a bunch of yes men. Sometimes when you got a group of men and you got somebody that you know what, the people you surround yourself with are gonna only let you go. I forgot the goddamn saying. What's the saying?
What's that?
You know the saying. When my grandma used to say it, but I can't remember no more because I'm a loner.
Well, first of all,
but the people, the company you keep that's eating off of you, they always yes men because
you need people. You need people to tell you. You need people to tell you what you need to know, not what you want to hear. And that's what Jerry has.
There we go.
Because here's the thing, Ocho. Let's just take you got homeboys, I got homeboys. The likelihood of you having a homeboy, and I got them, that's going to tell you what you need to know and not what you want to hear. Because if you stop the bus and get out, now there's no more bottle service. Now I'm not going to be riding them ladies. Now I'm not going to be able to go to the places that I can never go without Ocho. So why would I ever interrupt that?
I like that. I like what you just said. I love what you just said. But you got to understand, the people I grew up with during my time, during my era, they ain't play that shit.
For sure.
If I'm out of line, if I'm not moving right, man, they gonna tell me something. My little brother, Chauncey, Bo, Rep, Hound, Bobo, it's about five of them.
Yeah.
You know, they already know. There was structure. We had structure back in them days.
Of course.
Ain't no, we gonna let you get away with this. Oh, no, come on, come do this. Ain't none of that. Wasn't none of that back then. They ain't play that. Not nowadays. You know the people you hanging with ain't even moving right. They shouldn't even allow you to hang around.
True.
Ain't no yes men. Everybody held everybody else accountable.
Yes, that's how it's supposed to be.
Regardless of what you did, regardless of whether you were in the street, whether you played football, whether you were an academic scholar, they was gonna make sure you stayed in that fucking lane. Oh shit, I'm sorry. They gonna make sure you stay in that lane.
For sure.
Jerry knows he's not moving right, and the people around him need to say something. Even if he's the owner, even if he cuts you off financially, you got to say something because he's the common denominator on why they can't win.
You keep that bull job to yourself, Ocho. I'm next in line to run the Cowboys, and I'm not finna mess that up by telling Jerry he out of place, he out of pocket. That ain't gonna happen, Ocho. I'm next in line. I'm gonna be next in line. Ocho, we understand. Birds of a feather flock together. When the last time you saw penguins and pigeons hanging? Penguins march with penguins. Pigeons fly with pigeons. That's just the way it works. That's a good one. My grandfather used to always, and the company that you keep, and I've been very fortunate because my sister, till this day, will tell me every time I'm moving wrong, Ocho. She will tell me, I'll get mad. To this day, if I could call my sister right now, she'll tell me I'm wrong. I'll get mad and hang the phone up. I don't want to hear it, but she gonna tell me. My homeboy Bucket and Burn they say homeboy, you know you our homeboy. A Bucket gonna say, man, we got damn near 40 deep, but you wrong on this one, homeboy. Burn said the same thing, homeboy. He say, hey, I don't love you like a brother. He say, I love you as my brother. He say, you wrong on this one now. You wrong.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna
Yeah,
tell you
so
when
you
you're
got the
right,
right
you're
people
right.
around
When
you.
you're wrong, and I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, you got the right people around
So
you. A lot of fellas ain't fortunate to have them
nah,
type of people around them, man, because they don't want to. They don't want to cut off their water.
no,
They don't want to cut off
no,
their water because it's a lot of people, NFL athletes, current and former, that know they ain't moving right.
right.
And the people around them are allowing the bad behavior because they don't want to
Well,
lose
nah.
out on the financial gain, the trips, the
Yes.
clubs, the bottles, the whole excuse me, I'm sorry. The
Mm-hmm.
women. Yeah, don't get me started. When it's time to go, being able to drive the cars, being able to have access, go,
Yeah, because
dog,
the thing
man,
is,
listen.
Ocho, because of you and because of we're in position to go places and do things they were never going to be able to do without us. And so to
Yeah.
make sure they continue to do that, to be in those situations, to see the women that they see, to go where they go, be in the places
Right.
that, man, the boss will say, bro, move it along. Y'all ain't coming in here. Who? What?
Yeah.
So in order to
Yeah.
keep that, hey, Sharp, you right. You right. Hey, Sharp, you right. They wrong. They did.
Yeah.
No, bro, you wrong.
Yeah.
And it's okay. Because if I'm wrong, I want somebody to tell me I'm wrong. Because I don't want to be
Right.
I don't want to be moving along thinking I'm right when I'm absolutely wrong.
Right.
And then
Wrong.
and then it's too late because I've been doing it this way and someone could have been told me. But that's what you're here for.
Right.
You're my backstop. So when I'm wrong, hey, you supposed to catch it.
Yeah. Right away.
That's your job.
Right,
And
right away.
Jerry doesn't have anything. They say what happens first? Nightcap hit 5 million subs, 90%. Cowboys reach the NFC Championship game. we ain't even at 1 million subs. They said 5 million.
Yeah, we gonna get there. We gonna have a huge surge from somewhere. I don't know where it's gonna come from. But listen, I love Jerry. I love Jerry. I love Jerry for what he's done as far as having one of the best well-run organizations there is. He is the most most expensive. He's the most what's the word I'm looking for as far as how much they worth.
They have the most valuable franchise
okay
in the world, not
right.
just North America.
Think about this.
The world.
Right.
The Cowboys are more valuable than any soccer team, any baseball team, any basketball team.
Right. So think about this. I want Jerry Jones. I know you're going to see this. Think about how valuable you are right now. Think about how valuable your team is right now. Think if you took a back seat for a change.
And y'all started winning some Super Bowls.
Think if you know what? Think about, let's stop. Let me reset. Let me allow Mike McCarthy to do what Mike McCarthy does. Let me allow Dak to do what he does. Let me not put pressure by always taking headlines and being front and center like I've always done. And let me see what happens in 2024 if they get it done without me at the front consistently all the time, saying things that are unnecessary, adding constant pressure in a game that's already difficult as is because the players already have the star on their helmet. Don't make the game harder than it needs to be. And watch how the value increases times 10. Think about if they win an NFC championship during this time. Think if they go to a Super Bowl during this time and you think you're valuable right now. What you think gonna happen?
Shit. Ocho, but you got
come on, Jerry.
I want Ocho.
Come on now.
You know how it is. Credit. I need that. I need you to know that I'm most responsible for this.
If you're the owner of something and you writing the checks, you're automatically going to get the credit anyway because it's the team that you created and built and paid the players to play on. So the credit coming to you anyway. Who owns the 49ers?
The York family.
I ain't heard the York family all goddamn year.
You will not go here, B.
Who owns the Kansas City Chiefs?
Clark, the Hunt family. Clark Hunt runs it.
I ain't heard the Hunt family all year. I ain't seen them in front of one camera. Let the players play. When it's your time, when they hand that Lombardi trophy off, guess what Mr. Hunt or whoever owns the 49ers is going to, guess who's going to touch the trophy first?
Yeah, they will.
Guess who's going to touch the trophy first?
But the difference is Jerry wants to be, when you think of the Cowboys, tell me who you think of. When you think of Kansas City, who you think of? Patrick Mahomes. When you think of the Dallas Cowboys, who you think of?
Jerry right away.
That's what he wants.
He continuously steals the spotlight when he's not the player. And maybe that is the issue.
Man, you do know that's a drug, right? You know what fandom
Oh,
is? That's a drug. It's addictive. Attention, yes.
attention. Oh,
Yes.
I mean, when you look good,
You
it's okay.
crave it. If let's just say for the sake of
Yeah,
argument, Jerry Jones had the same amount of money, but he didn't own the Cowboys, he'd be miserable. You could double his money. That's how he's tied to that. That's his identity. Some people, their identity is tied to what they have, not who they
yeah.
are. And that's him. The Cowboys is Jerry.
Wait a minute. Stop. No, you ain't finna get that goddamn gym out. You ain't finna get that gym out. I think I ain't finna write that one down. His identity is tied to what he has.
Not who he is.
Mm.
And so
Well,
he has to have that. He has to be the center of attention.
Right.
You know, like you said, okay, so whoever wins the Super Bowl, they're going to hand the trophy to the owner. Jerry might not even pass it to the players. He might get and just hold it the whole while. Everybody else talking. Super Bowl MVP is crowned. Jerry still got the trophy.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Listen, sometimes in many facets of life, we tend to get in our own way of things.
Yeah, for sure.
Because we want to be center of attention, because we want to be right, because we're not thinking clear, because we always think it's about us. Whereas sometimes it's not about you. Sometimes it's about those around you. Sometimes it's about those that are playing for you.
But see, that's how you.
Selfish,
but when you don't care,
ego, pride, it's okay to put it aside. It's okay to put it aside and try a different way, because my way obviously isn't working. It's okay.
Oh, Ocho. When you don't care who gets the credit, it's okay. I could have easily called the show Nightcap featuring Ocho. No, it ain't featuring Ocho. It's Nightcap, Unc Ocho. Because I don't care. I don't care. Because we work at this. You have your strength. I have my strength. We try to come together to make the best Nightcap. That's what it's about.
Yeah.
Okay, man, they talk about Ocho, man, Ocho crazy. Man, y'all know Ocho crazy. Yeah. Okay. Man, Ocho, man, you know the one he on the show with Nightcap with Unc.
Yeah.
They done brought me into it. Man, hey, man, you know Unc got them one line. You ought to hear him on night. Yeah, man, he on Nightcap with Ocho. Man, you see? It going.
Hey, you know what we like together? You watch Marvel. I don't watch Marvel, but you watch Marvel.
I know the Marvel comic, DC comic. Yeah.
You know, we like Thanos we like Thanos together when he got all them damn Infinity Stones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he invincible. He unbeatable.
Like we like that. My daughter hit me to the movie and she mentions like, boy, you know you and Unc together, boy, y'all like Thanos when he snapped that goddamn finger with all them goddamn stones. Yeah. I like that.
But that's how you, Ocho. That's how you have to be.
Right.
And I just believe that's the best way to be thing. Don't make someone feel like make them feel like they're a part of it. They're part of this.
The Cowboys, 12-5. Dak Prescott, man, had a good season, 36 TDs, 9 interceptions, almost 5,000 yards. And to come out and say some of the things that were said today are uncalled for. It's unfair to the players. It's unfair to the staff and what they're doing. We have players that have their parents saying things via Twitter, and it just causes too much commotion. And I think the comfortability in them saying some of the things that they're saying at home via social media, it all starts at the top, because your owner is always front and center. Because your owner is always front and center, always mouthing off, always saying something, always grabbing headlines, always creating attention. So now it rubs off on not only those in the locker room, it rubs off on those that are family members. And now, as soon as they say something, it garners attention as well. Listen, if somebody parent on another team says something via social media, wouldn't nobody know? Wouldn't nobody know?
But
I mean, wouldn't nobody care? But everything is magnified that has to do with that star.
For sure. Yes.
Everything. And it all starts because of one person.
But you understand.
That refuses to just sit back, let my team, let my coaches do they due diligence, I'm gonna sit back and just see how it goes.
But you do understand that comes along with it, because great responsibility comes with playing with the
Mhm.
Cowboys,